was tired of seeing somebody dangling breasts in my eye every minute. I don't want any daughter. I don't want any younger sister. I don't know how she does it, but she's always on TikTok via the TV. Let her not go and carry belle under my watch. She started going to borrow phone. Who are you trying to seduce, my dear? Hey fam, good evening. Hey my loves, welcome back to the channel. With the title of the video, you already know what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do it's a story time. Disclaimer: I am not a good storyteller at all. I am a terrible storyteller, which is why I always look. You will never find any story on my channel, including on this channel and on my other channel where I have been vlogging and doing that video most, before we came over here. I mean, I have tons of sit-down videos on my other channel because I enjoyed it so much before. I have tons. In case you want to see, you want to listen to me talk, go check it out. I have a lot of them there. Over here, maybe 2 or 3. Well, anywho's, enough of the long intro. I was scrolling on the internet. I was scrolling on YouTube 2 days ago, and I came across this video by NJ. I'll leave her hand on the screen. I saw the video. She was talking about her help, house help, horror story, that kind of video, and I could relate. Like, I could relate to almost everything she said in that video. I was like, are you me? How is this story so correlating? How is it so relatable? It was so similar with what I've experienced with my first ever help. It was so similar, so I decided that I should come on here to share my own story. So that is what I'm about to do now. Let's go. Sometime around 2022, I was in desperate need of a help. For the most part of my married life, like, that was the first time I actually admitted that I wanted a help, because prior to that time, from the very moment I got married, I have never had any external person stay with me. That kind of situation when immediately you get married, your parents give you someone, maybe someone from the village, someone, in my own situation, my parents handed over my younger brother, that is my mommy's last born, our last born, to me, and he started staying with me immediately. Like, immediately I got married, he came with me to my home, to my marriage, that kind of situation. So he has been with us ever since then. He was very young at the time. I think he was in JSS2 when he started staying with us. So he was a big helping hand to me, to my family. He has always been there all through. I had my first child, my second child. He has been there from day one. Sometimes, maybe during Omogo, my mom will come, my mother-in-law will come, my sisters will come every now and then, but my brother has always been with us. Along the line, my brother-in-law started staying with us as well. That is my hubby's, last born. He started staying with us, and before you know it, both boys got admission into the uni, and off they went to school. So it was really difficult coping with 2 kids with no help. I coped, like, I managed for the first year after they left for school. I managed during the holidays. They come, Poppy and I were just coping, just us. And I think maybe this, I don't know, I can't even remember, but let's just say maybe I coped for like 6 months, or maybe less or more. I really cannot remember now. Then I decided I wanted help. I was not even in need of that drastic help, or you just have to do is work, and I was not even in need of that. I just needed someone to play with my kids, someone to be around the house aside from me, because my kids has always have familiar faces around. My kids have always seen people around, but as soon as the boys went for school, it was just myself, the kids, and hubby the home was mostly always empty, and my kids, honestly, they are not even used to that at all. So I just needed someone to be around as well, to play with them, to help out with little chores here and there. And someone introduced this person that I'm about to tell you all to us. You know, the mom came, brought the girl along. She was, at the time, she was 17 years old. So my spirit accepted her. I was cool with her. You know, she's a jovial girl. I was not in the mood to cross-check, is she the right person. I was not in the mood for that. I was desperate. I just needed someone. Okay, so immediately she came, the mother was like, treat her like your daughter. I should be patient with her. She can learn with me, all those kind of things. And I told her, of course, I don't even want anyone to be cooking for me. I don't want anyone to be doing drastic things for me. At the time, I had someone who always come to clean the house, and I intend on retaining the person. I told the mom, I just want someone to be sweeping, you know, sweep the house, wash plates. I do cooking myself, you know. I can never allow her cook for me, you know. I want someone to play with the kids, run errands, little bits of errands here and there. She's not cleaning the house at all. We have someone who does that. She's not washing my kids clothes. I wash my kids clothes myself. So immediately she started staying with us. She went back, brought her things, and I was very free with this girl. You know, we gist a lot, we gist everything. I would tell her stuff, she would tell me stuff. Like, she's a very jovial person. I won't even take that away from her. We talked a lot. It was a very, very free relationship. She helps out with a little bit. She sweeps the house, you know, just minimal chores here and there. Like I said, I had a cleaner who always come twice weekly to come clean the whole house. So she does nothing, you know, sort of any cleaning at all. She doesn't clean. She doesn't wash my kids' clothes. I wash them myself with the use of a washing machine. That was how it was going. And whenever the boys comes back for holiday, I share the work among the boys and this girl. Okay, that is, maybe she'll just be washing only plates, just plates basically. The boys will be sweeping the house, maybe one person that upstairs, the other person downstairs. The other person downstairs. That was basically it. Okay, I'm being too fast. I fast forwarded a lot. Like, as soon as she came in, maybe the next day or 2 days later, something like that, you know, I went to the market. Okay, I went to the market to buy stuff for her. I mean, I went to the market on that day to get clothes for my kids, and I got clothes for her. I went to the store where I would normally buy my stuff. I didn't even go to maybe okay, well, stuff like, nah, I didn't. I went to the store where I would normally buy my things, and I got her jean trousers, I got her top, I got her dresses, I got her lots of stuff, even sleeping wears. I got her all of those things. She was very excited when I showed it to her. You know, she was very happy. She had access to everything in the house. Okay, she had access to cooking whatsoever she liked. Like I always tell her, whenever you are hungry, don't hesitate, cook anything. We have foodstuffs in the house, so she's always cooking whatever she likes. She always cooking when she don't want to eat the soup we have at home. She cooks noodles, and she loved noodles a lot. She's always cooking whatever she likes, just for her. Okay, not for anyone else. She doesn't cook for me. So she had access to anything, had access to Wi-Fi. When she came here, we didn't even want her to stay downstairs. I mean, there were vacant rooms downstairs. The boys' rooms were downstairs, but we wanted her to be very close to us. I even skipped again. Since we're now the only ones in the house, the boys, they are mostly not around because they're in school. So we wanted her to be around us, and we had to move, you know, the kids' room. At the time, my kids have separate room for themselves. The boy have his own room, my daughter have her own room. We only have 4 rooms upstairs, but because we wanted that to be very close to us and not just be downstairs there alone, we had to move my son's things from his room to my daughter's room. So that's how my kids started sharing one room, because we wanted her to be very comfortable. We wanted her to feel at home. We wanted her to be a part of us. But guys, guess what? This girl was always on call. Midnight, okay? When everyone is sleeping, you'll be hearing someone talking on the phone. Like, she will be on the call till 3. And guess what? In the morning, she will not wake up on time. I mean, in the morning, I will have to prep the kids for school. That is another reason I wanted her around, because I needed someone that would be helping me out so the kids will go to school on time. But guess what? She will wake up late several nights, several occasions. This girl, no matter the alarm, she will always wake up late. I'm always the one to go call her. You know, sometimes, like at the beginning, when it all started with her waking up late despite the alarm, I'll always go and wake her up myself, and she will be so sleepy. I mean, why won't she doesn't sleep at night. You will talk to her, stop your midnight call, but she would never listen. The next day, the same thing. Like she continued with this thing. She would just manage and wake up early, maybe once. The next day she has fallen back to her normal routine of waking up very late, leading me to waking her up. At some point I got tired of waking her up, okay? And sometimes I just leave her. Let me see when she'll wake up. And lo and behold, if you leave this girl, she'll wake up by 8 a.m. Like the first time I tried that out, I was like, let me just leave her to see when she'll wake up. This girl woke up after my kids have left for school. I prepped them, I did everything, only for her to wake up when the kids have left for school. I was very angry, I was very mad, but there was nothing I could do. The only thing I could do was like be angry, yell, and that's it. As God may have it, her phone got spoiled. Truth is, we would have replaced her phone, but because of the kind of person she is, because of how clingy she is to her phone, she's always on the internet. She's always, she's this TikTok girly. Like when I mean TikTok, I mean she be Gen Z now, so so she's always on TikTok, always on her phone. So it was a moment of, take a break from your phone. But guess what? She started going to borrow phone from our security person, from the security guy. Yeah, she would go there, take the guy's phone, put her SIM card, make her calls. Sometimes she would even take the guy's phone, use it throughout the night before returning to him. And it was a situation of it became like a very bothersome situation whereby you would call the security guy, he would not pick up, his number would not be going, only for you to comfort him, and he'll be like, he gave the phone to this girl. Let me quickly rephrase this. Like, she had a touchlight phone. Even while she had a smartphone, she had the touchlight phone that she uses for call making. So the phone she was usually borrowing from the security guy was like a smartphone, which she was using to access the internet, to access her TikTok, all of that. She would log in her TikTok, log in her Instagram, Facebook, all of that. So basically, she was borrowing the smartphone simply to access social media platforms. This girl is all those kind of Gen Z baddie. When I mean Gen Z baddie, all those very skimpy outfits. That's what this girl always wore. Those see-through outfits. She'll wear a dress. Her boobs are out there. Her boobs. See, I am that kind of person who would not make you stop doing something you are used to do because you're around me. So I understood that this is her way of dressing. I was not gonna stop wearing your short dresses in my home. There was this day both of us went to the markets, and she was wearing this see-through gown, like a very skimpy gown, tight gown, and it was a see-through gown. And this gown, she wore just a pant in it. Only for us to get to the market, and all these Okada guys, all these keke guys, they were like, hey babe, this kind of thing. I'm like, what's going on here? Only for me to realize the reason she was catching these people's attention was because of her dress. It was a see-through. Her pants was just all over there. You could see the color of her pants. And I was like, oh my God, why did you have to wear colored pants when you know that your outfit is a see-through one? That's to tell you how she dresses. She'll wear bomb shorts, she'll wear singlets without any, bralettes. I don't mean she should wear bra at home, or maybe a bralette, or a coverable singlet. Even me as an adult in my husband's house, when I'm wearing a singlet at home, I'm not wearing the one that all my nipples are out there. But this is what this girl is always doing. Her nipples will be showing. You'll be see like. At some point, I have to start cautioning her. Your boobs are out there. Go and change this outfit. I don't mean you should wear long sleeve, but not when half of your boobs are out there. Who are you trying to seduce, my dear? Another thing I started noticing was whenever you send her on an errand, just go. Send her on an errand, go to the market, go and buy fish. Wait for this girl in the next 3 hours. 4 hours, you will not see her. You will call her, she will not pick. She will come back home, she will give you different stories, different excuses. So in our house, we have this camera outside the gate that, it can capture a lot of things within our vicinity. So sometimes when we send on an errand, she will come back, you will see someone like a keke guy, a keke drives, someone who drives in a tricycle will bring her back home. And when the person stops at the front of our gate, both of them will be in the keke like for over 10 minutes, 20 minutes discussing. You would definitely know that this is not just like a transport somebody. This is like someone she's acquainted with, or something, or maybe a boyfriend or whatever. Sometimes you even see her when you set out to the junction, go and buy one thing or the other. Our camera will capture her from afar in the midst of boys with a skimpy dress. So I even had to stop her from running errands for me. Whenever I had any errand to run, I will run my errand by myself, because when you send her, expect her in the next 5 hours. Expect her in the next 2 hours. If you are sending her somewhere along the street, expect her in the next 2 hours. So what's the point? Let her not go and carry belly under my watch, under my own eye. So I just stopped sending her on any errand outside the house. Let her just be within the house, watch TV. And did I even mention, I'm even forgetting this part. Okay, since she no longer had any smartphone, what she started doing after she no longer had any smartphone at all was, as soon as she's done with her chores in the morning, like she always tried to finish up as soon as possible, which is just to wash plate and sweep the house. That is only when the boys are not around, just to wash plate, sweep the house. She would hurriedly go to the sitting room, the anti-sitting room, whatever, and turn on the TV there with the Wi-Fi, obviously connected to Wi-Fi. She would just go to YouTube, go to TikTok. I don't know how she does it, but she's always on TikTok via the TV. Like, she's always operating TikTok, watching her favorite TikTokers. I don't know how she does it, honestly. I don't know, but she's always watching TikTok from the TV. Like, this girl will watch TikTok till the kids comes back from school. And I noticed that this is becoming too much, to the point that the kids will now join her. All of them will be watching TikTok, and I will try to stop her. Like, you cannot be watching TikTok in the presence of my kids. They are always watching you. As you're watching your TikTok, they are there with you, even though I always chase them away from the auntie room from the auntie parlor to the main parlor, so that they can watch their normal cartoon there. But once the kids notices that I'm no longer in sight, they will go and join her to be watching the TikTok. Like, she's always watching a lot. TikTok, YouTube, everything. Sometimes I'm like, who sent me? It was so tiring, so she had to minimize it. Once the kids comes out from school, she no longer watch TikTok. But after the kids goes to bed, I'm always the one to come and pursue her. Oh yeah, go and sleep, so that I will not be the one to come and wake you up in the morning. Go and sleep. It became our routine. Before you know it, Christmas was around the corner, and we gave her money for her Christmas wears. The same thing we give to the boys. Okay, we do not discriminate by giving her anything less. We gave her the same money we gave to the boys. Like, take this for your Christmas wears, buy whatever you want. That was what we did. On Christmas Day came, and this girl was like, she wants to go and see her parents. Before then, she always give excuses that she wants to go see her parents, and I don't stop her. She said she's always like, she wants to go and see her mom, that her mom needs this, and obviously I can never stop her from going to see her mom. I always allow her. But on this Christmas Day, she was like, she wants to go see her mom. From there, she want to go see her dad. Guess what? This girl did not come back to our house that night. We called her. I had to call her mom. Her mom was like, oh, she went to see her dad. I'm like, at least she should pick our call. The next day, she did not come. Guess what? She came 2 days later. which was on the 27th. And at this time, hubby was like, this girl is never coming back to this house again. Hubby told me, just arrange her things. Once she come, let her take her things and leave our house. So let me quickly clarify something here. Before Christmas, she had already worked with us for about 3 to 4 months. And during this period, every once in a while, she takes permission from me that she wants to go see her mom, which I always allow her, and I perfectly understand. And I also understand the situation where your employees always, want to go home to go celebrate any festive period with their loved ones. I perfectly understood the situation. But for her case, it seemed like it looked like it was different because we were not given any prior notice that she was going to go home. As a matter of fact, after, we gave her money to buy stuff for Christmas, her mom called, appreciated us, and it seemed like she was going to stay with us, to celebrate Christmas. We're not giving heads up that, okay, when she go visit her mom, she wasn't going to come the same day. Like, we're not giving heads up. We're not notified. It just looked like she just left the house and decided not to come without picking anybody's call. So yeah, that was the situation. So she came on the 27th, like she left on 24th. Was it 20? I think it was 24 because she was away from the house for like 2 days or 3 days, something like that. But I know for sure that she was away from the house for like 2 days. She did not come to the house. She did not contact us. She did not pick anybody's call. She did not do nothing. She did not tell us her whereabouts. Only her mom told us her situation, that she went to see her dad, like she claimed. She went to see her dad. Obviously, I'm not a child, and by the time I went into this guest room, all this while she has been staying with us, whenever I go into her room, I always notice how messy her room is. I always notice the mess everywhere. I always notice, nonsense everywhere. And I always tell her, take care of your room. Sweep your room, for crying out loud. Sweep this room. Tidy up this room. I don't entertain dirtiness. I don't entertain, laziness in this house. You cannot, for the love of God, be dirty in this house. I take care of my room myself. You have never swept my room for me. You have never cleaned my room for me. And my room have never for a day been dirty. So I don't see why a young girl like you would always have a dirty room. I always caution her, sweep your room, tidy your room. This has only happened in maybe like 2 occasions that I have stepped into that room. Maybe like 2 occasions. Up until that day that I had to arrange her things to give to her. That was when I saw, my God, the room was looking like a the room we gave her was not the room that we introduced her to. It was not in the state. Like I could not recognize anything. The toilet was a mess. The bathroom was a mess. The room itself was a mess. Like, she had this corner where she trashed things, where she dumps trash. What I mean trash, it's not like 1 or 2 trash, like loads of trash. Like, she had one corner, she used one corner of the room. When you see the walls were messy. I couldn't believe myself. Why did I not notice this? How can someone be this dirty? The bed that she sleeps on, the bed sheets have never been washed in maybe like 2 months. I'm not kidding. Everywhere was smelling, the odor coming out from the room. It was until that day that I stepped into that room that I behold, my eyes saw what my mouth could not explain. We could not go into the room to tidy it up ourselves. We had to look for people that clean the house, that vacuum, that do all this kind of thing. We had to hire people that clean. We didn't even use a cleaner because it was just too much of a mess. We needed the toilet to be clean, back to the way it was before. So hubby never stepped his foot into the room. After I explained the situation of the room for him, I explained the situation of the toilet for him. He was like, let's change what's the name of that? The toilets. There's something they call the toilet. Yeah, the toilet. He was like, let's change it. And I just told him, just chill, let the cleaners come clean it up. Let's see if they can revive it. If they cannot revive it, then we can change it. It took the grace of God for them to clean that room. The walls were messy. We had to repaint the walls. I have never seen anyone as dirty as that. So we just carried her things and gave her outside, and you know, that was how she left our home. And her mom was like calling. Okay, before then her mom was calling, begging. When her mom got to know that we did not allow her inside the house, her mom was calling, begging. I said, madam, your daughter left this house 3 days ago. She cannot come in just like that. So that was the end. That was how this girl left. I almost had gray hair, and the naive me, I did not even search her bag to see what she had there, whatever. I did not search her bag. I think I learned my lesson. I learned searching up. In fact, let me just skip that part. Maybe I did not search her bag at all. You know, we just carried her bag and gave her with the clothes we bought for her, with everything, with every single thing. Anyways, that's how that one ended. I later had another one. This one, I had to go through the way, like, officially I'm looking for a help. I don't want any daughter, I don't want any younger sister, I want a help. That was how I went through with the next help I had after her. But I guess that would be in another story time, not this one. That was how that situation ended. Comment down below, let me know about your horror house help stories, because I know that a lot of women, one way or the other, you must have encountered a house help that you were like, never again. Let me hear in the comment section. So I'll talk to you all. Bye.